It's a typical routine. You're coming home from the market with the groceries. You take what you can carry inside and then go back out to bring in the rest. Or so you thought. You're alone and locked out of your home. In the blink of an eye, your whole world can change. One moment you're living, and the next, you're surviving. I'm in sunny Los Angeles, California. I'm locked out of my home, and I'm about to start surviving alone for 5 days. When my girlfriend gets back in town with her key. You know, it's the decisions you make in the first 5 minutes of a survival situation that can determine whether you live or die. First thing you gotta do is just stay calm and assess the situation. Keeping a clear head is key. Many people instantly flip into the fight or flight instinct. This can lead to what survivalists call yard panic. You lose track of time, direction, and before you know it, you're curled up, naked, and crying in your neighbor's driveway. First thing I gotta do is see what resources I have readily available. Now, this car is obviously going to be a big help because I do have some useful items in the car right now that should help me get through the next days. I have the last grocery bag that I was coming back out to get, but all this bag's got in it is a box of plastic bags and a candy bar. I've got my iPad. If that'll come of some use, who knows. Luckily, I was on a camping trip last weekend, and I still have my hat, gloves, and my coat. These are going to be crucial in staying warm, I think, during these nights. It's still getting pretty cold around here. So with me always is my harmonica, and also my mini tool, which I never go anywhere without. And these are going to come in handy, as they always do. The sun's going down pretty quick. I'm not going to have time for one of my quickie shelters tonight, so I think that I'll probably just hunker down here between these cars and wait out the night, and then tomorrow probably see if I can build a shelter and find some water. Well, just gonna hunker down here and wait for the morning. This is cozy. Oh, it got really cold. I came into the car just to try to keep my body heat in a bit. I'm freezing, but this little campfire on my iPad's really giving me a psychological boost and helping. I'm just gonna have to wait out the night and try to sleep, wait for the sun to come up. No fun. Oh, did I mention that 60% of Giardia comes from water condensation in cars? This is the hardest night of survival I have ever faced. Did I mention that You're 75% more likely to die in your sleep in a car than in a bed. I wish I didn't know this stuff. Man, that was a rough night. It just got cold, and once the sun came up, I came out here to try to just kind of bring up my core temperature a bit. I really need to focus today and kind of look around the yard for things that I can use to build some sort of shelter. Then maybe I can get a fire going, and the nights won't be so cold.
Keeping the mind busy is key to survival. Building a shelter not only protects the body, it gives the mind a plan and a purpose.
Well, in looking around the yard, came across a huge score right here. It doesn't matter where I go around the world, you will always find human garbage. And in this case, with a little ingenuity, garbage can be really helpful. One man's garbage is another man's, well, in this case it's my garbage. So my garbage is another, if I'm the man whose garbage, wait a second, okay,
I figured it out later. It's my garbage, but in this scenario, it's almost like finding a hidden treasure that I myself hid for myself to find at a later date.
Well, this is great. I was over here looking through the garbage for stuff for the shelter, and there's wild edibles right by. These are lemons, and they kind of taste like a sour kind of barbecue flavor, and this is going to be a great energy boost. So I'm going to take a bunch of these with me, and it's great.
I was able to build a small shelter using things from the garbage and objects I found from around the yard. I have to admit, this isn't the best location for survival. I'm really only building here for ease of filming.
Well, there you go. This old drop cloth from when I painted last week really came in handy, and I'm glad I threw it away. Huge score from the garbage can. Now, the good news is I've got a shelter now. I'm not sure if there's going to be any rain or not, but this should keep me dry. The bad news is this is the water bottle I found in my car under the seat, and this is the last of my water.
Don't worry, I realize there's a water source later.
Well, it's been a good day. I got this shelter built. Even found some wild edibles. So tomorrow the plan will be to find some water and get a fire going somehow. Good night. Well, did I mention that neighborhood dogs kill 400,000 people a year in the United States? Scorpions use their long tails to lay eggs in your sinuses. They go up through the nostril. I hate it when I think about this stuff when I'm trying to fall asleep.
This is the hardest night of survival I have ever faced.